gravity falls and Earth becomes sky. Fear the beast with just one eye.
Heyo, and welcome back to another Inktober piece, and God, I hope that intro was totally worth it. And yes, this is another case of I started sketching everything at work and then finished the sketch and then just brought it over to ink and finish at home. So the whole concept of this piece, I just kicked a piece of tinfoil. I'm outside, by the way, if you can hear the wind and the birds, I'm outside. But the concept of this is, well, on my break at work the one day, I saw a video that was like an art trend that's like draw your OC, possessed as Bill Cipher, and then the immediate next post was Alistair from Hazbin Hotel. Perfect, don't need anything else, we're rolling with this. And then I ended up procrastinating this so hard that I did basically nothing for like a week, and then literally sketched it on Monday before you're seeing this, so the 21st. I sketched it. The 22nd, I was going to sketch it, or ink it and everything, but I just didn't get around to it. And today is currently Wednesday the 23rd. It is my brother's 22nd birthday. I have to actually text him happy birthday. I haven't done that yet. I inked it this morning because I figured, okay, I decided to keep it on the half sheet of paper because that's what we had at work. And I needed to get this done fast. And then I just left it, and I came upstairs and it was like 70 degrees out. It was so nice. And I got my sketchbook and I sat down and I thought, why would I stay up super late tonight to work on this when I can finish this all outside and enjoy the weather before it's gone until next spring? So I put my sketchbook away, went downstairs, grabbed all my shit, came upstairs. And at first I was thinking, okay, this might take longer than normal, but I'm just going to do the ink base first because I wanted to do the same ink wash base but in a lighter version as the Hatsune Miku video from last week, and that I just use a plain black India ink. So this time, because I wanted to do Alistair, I decided to put a couple drops of cherry red into the black ink wash, and that made, honestly, I don't know why, it kind of turned the ink purple. I did not notice a bluish tint in the last one, like just plain black, but it almost was like a super deep red violet muted grayish color. But I thought, hey, let's just roll with it, I'm having a good time here. So I went with that, and because it was so warm outside and the sun is right on my left, which is why you see the shadow of the tripod, I apologize for that, but you can see the majority of it. The ink wash was drying super fast, which was perfect but not perfect. Perfect that it dried fast, but not perfect that if I needed to blend something, it just kind of dried out. And it also might be the paper. Like the last time I did this ink wash on the Miku thing was the Canson mixed media, and this is a Scrawler Box actual watercolor cold press paper. Maybe it absorbed the water differently, I'm not sure. But I was able to get the inks done, and then I figured, okay, we're not going out, because I was supposed to be going out to go like finish up some mild grocery shopping, and then I needed to go to the thrift store to get something for my costume for next week. But we haven't left yet, so I figured, oh, let me go get downstairs and grab my watercolor palette, because that did not take long with Miku at all. So I ran down and I grabbed the same old broken ass watercolor palette that I used the last time, because, you know, nostalgic reasons. It smells so good too. I think I brought this up. That is the smell of nostalgic watercolor, because I've had that for almost 10 years. But I didn't really need that many colors. Honestly, I think it was literally just black, red, and yellow. So I mixed up my colors, just went over everything. And because I used the lighter wash, it was more saturated, used more colors, well, more vibrancy, I should say. And that was fun. Oh, and then I also ended up using some acrylic ink for the chain, because like I said, the original inspiration was for Alistair to be possessed by Bill Cipher, because Bill Cipher's thing is make a deal, get possessed. But Alistair's thing is also making deals. So I kind of figured that they would have a mutual deal where he gets possessed, but then Alistair will own Bill's soul. So the green chain that connects them is connected to Alistair's mic stand. And I did use acrylic ink for that. I used a green and then a little bit of like a processed neon yellow, which made that beautiful lemon or lime green, gorgeous color. And as I was finishing it up, when I was going towards the background, I know I'm like skipping around from like the final touches to the background, the background, at first I wanted it to be a red kind of fading into yellow. Then I'm like, no, how about we just do like a dark or just red at first and then fade up to like light nothing. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't like this. I still had some of that dark red with I literally just mixed red and black watercolor paint. I still had some of that left over, so I mixed up a wash of that, added I think a little bit more red to it, and then I would dab it on the places I already painted. But I got the bright idea to grab, sorry mom, my mom's sea salt grinder and sprinkle some salt onto the wet paint to get some splotchy effects. And it's not as big splotchy effect as I would have liked because it is ground salt. If I had a coarser salt, I probably would have been what I wanted, but it still looks close to how I wanted it. But I did that section at a time because I noticed that the paint was drying faster, like I said earlier. So I did section, salt, section, salt, section, salt. Then I let it dry and then I scraped it off the salt the best I could. Ended up using my nail at some point, the bottom of the pen. And the entire time my best friend called me. She's like telling me about like her marriage, her job, our one mutual friend who's a total drama queen, just like typical gossip. She's a bus driver too. So she's like driving the bus, going to pick up the kids from school as she's bullshitting with me. And I'm like, yep, this is fine, I guess. So at one point she's like, what's that sound? And I'm like, it's totally not the sound of a salt grinder on a painting. And she's like, I don't even know what to say to you at this point. See, after a while she hung up. That was all good. Took the tape off the border. And did you notice that this time I actually remembered parts of the background don't need to go past the border? Like the Miku thing, I had the entire background past the border. And then I just went over it with like white paint. But this time I actually remembered that stuff did not need to go over the border, like the mic stand I wanted his ears, and now that I think about it, I probably should have left his legs behind the border, but oh well. But that was fun. And I also got to use different color fine liners for this, and sure, I'm 95% sure that they bled more than I wanted them to. They're just like Tria Plus fine liners. That is a big fucking vulture. Holy shit. Oh, that is a big bird. Oh my god. I get easily distracted and I love birds. That bird looked far away from the start, and he came over by the house and he's fucking huge. Those birds are huge. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, the border. But I did have his ears pop up in front of the border, and like I said, I should have left his legs back, but whatever. And then the tape peeled off so nicely. I had little to no tearing. The wind could stop to be great. It's been so windy all day. Like I've been trying to like make sure my tripod didn't fall over, my water cup didn't blow away. I had my paper towel blow into my ink wash and ruin half of it. But you gotta make do with what you gotta do. Then when I was... spoilers, when I was done with the painting is when I filmed the intro. But I had to go and fucking bury that painting in the leaves to make that intro happen. And when I left it there, I was thinking, oh god, please don't let a spider go on this painting while I'm downstairs filming the beginning of this. Oh my god. But nothing bad happened and it turned out okay. And I liked the way it looked. And like I said, I am going to be making this illustration and the Halloween Miku as art prints, and they will not be done before October is done, and I apologize for that, but hey, what can you do? I am loving the way the Inktober is going, and we have one more left, and then I am doing my version of Huevember, and it's technically being spread across 8 illustrations, because I'm starting off in my sketchbook and then going to a YouTube, so it's gonna start off, spoilers, at blue, and then it's gonna go to like violet, and then go to pink, red, orange, yellow, and green. And then I kind of ran out of colors, so there's gonna be a rainbow one at the end because I can do what I want, okay? But that just about finishes this up, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Be sure to check out my Etsy to see when these prints finally drop. Link to that is down below, and my Instagram to see the exact date on when these drop, because I will be posting that on my story. And everything is down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go pet my outdoor cat Meatball, clean up the outdoor table, and finish watching the Game Grumps playthrough of Resident Evil 8 Village Shadows of Rose.